Here's the key to the party. Go celebrate. That's right, Chris. The top two scorers on both teams. That's Providence's Bryce Hopkins and Georgia's Jabri Abdur-Rahim looking to turn it around today. They shot a combined 5 of 26 last game. I spoke to Bryce's dad, Clyde, and Clyde said Bryce is a student of the game. The two watch film after just about every game. As for Jabri, Coach White said he always thinks the next shot is going in. I'm not worried about Jabri whatsoever. Starting lineups, Chris, take it away. Welcome back. We are at the Baha Mar Resort, and there's so much fun to be had, including this right here. We've got the Thunderball. Wooga Papa, you ready? You're about to go down this.
Yep, of course.
Now, this is, you understand, this is 79 feet from top to bottom. That's the equivalent of 6 stories, and you could go upwards to 25 miles per hour down the slide, so you're not nervous.
No, no nervous.
We got this. Post-slide reaction, what you got?
10 out of 10. I highly recommend it. I ain't gonna lie, it was better than I thought though. It dropped my heart a little bit. I didn't know it was gonna do that.
Oh my goodness. Sam Hyman, he did the slide by himself last year. I'm happy we got him a buddy. Wooga experienced that 60-foot, what do you call it, heart-dropping slide?
Heart-dropping, yes, it was heart-dropping. And Wooga came clean. He actually said that he was very nervous right before he was going to push himself down that slide. So he admitted that. Hey, Chris, Isaac McNeely has 7 points in this game, and a big reason why he is at Virginia is because of Kyle Guy. Kyle Guy is on staff with the team, a national champion with the Cavaliers. And Isaac told me the coaching staff showed his highlight clips from high school side by side with Kyle Guy's. Similar style, even Joe Harris showed some comparisons as well to Isaac McNeely. I asked Isaac, what is the biggest tip Kyle Guy has given you now that he's on staff? And Isaac said, there's not many bad shots for you to take, Isaac. You have the ultimate green light.
You told us earlier in the week, this team taught you how to be resilient. Why this team? Why was this team able to do what it did this season?
You know, even though we're 16-0,
you're the only head coach at Iowa Western ever. Why this program? What makes it so special?
What do you want people to know about your grandson, Dakari Davis?
Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, Philip Brave Davis. Philip Brave Davis, this is quite the spectacle here as the crowd continues to get bigger and bigger each year. What do people need to know when they come to the Bahamas about basketball? What are some early memories of basketball with you, a former basketball player, introducing him to the game? How are you feeling right now?
I'm ecstatic. We're going to celebrate tonight, and then we're going to get back in the lab and get to work.
What did you learn about your team in these 2 games?
I'd say we're just a real tough team and very resilient.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We have the heartbeat of this student section, Norm Emmets. Norm, what makes this student section so special to you?
Danny Black right there. Danny started the Ozone years ago, 25 years ago, and we're still here. We're still cheering. We're still going. And Danny's spirit is here. Danny's spirit is here.
Spoke to Justin Hill's mom, Donna, who is a 1998 ACC Player of the Year at Virginia, and I asked Donna, what's one of your favorite memories from Justin as a little kid and his love for the game? Follow this. Preseason in high school, Justin's dad was a volunteer coach. One game his dad wanted to get everyone in the game, so Justin started and then came out early. It was taking a while for Justin to get back in, so Justin pulls out his phone on the bench and texts his mom and says, can you please tell Dad to put me back in the game? Justin and his mom, Donna, made eye contact, and Justin got back in the game. It was an early sign of Justin's toughness and love for the game of basketball. James's role model growing up was his grandfather, Robert, who was a youth football coach. He didn't get the chance to coach James on the field, but he did off the field. His mother, James's mother, Bridget, told me the next morning after a high school game, Bridget said her dad told James to practice throwing a football at a moving tire hanging from a tree, the equivalent of players moving on a football field. It's worked out so far in his career, guys. Scott Drew took a deep breath, looked at everyone in the huddle and said, guys, we have to move the ball. We have to keep moving the ball. and have to continue to get stops if we want to win this game. He was extremely energized in that huddle, bouncing around too after they broke the huddle. This Hutchinson football team, while this game has not gone the way they had planned, they are playing for more than football. Colby Gable, a Hutchinson native and lifelong fan, passed away November 30th of this year battling Burkitt lymphoma. The team wore Team Colby decals on their helmets for the semifinal and also tonight in the championship. I spoke to Coach Dallas and Malik Benson about Colby, and Coach Dallas said he always has a smile on his face, a true fighter. So I chatted with head coach Jim Larinaga and asked him, did you say anything specific to Nigel before this game, knowing he's facing his former team? And Jim smiled and said, nope, we always prepare for every opponent the same way. I asked Coach Larinaga, what impresses you the most about Nigel's game? And Jim said everything. I told him before the season he reminds me of Shane Larkin, former Miami guard, a top 20 pick in the 2013 NBA draft. Nigel does everything you want a point guard to do. On-ball defense, handle the ball, the list goes on and on. Arthur Kaluma on an absolute mission right now, guys, and I caught up with his head coach when he was at Dream City Christian, a school in Glendale, Arizona, and I asked Kyle Weaver, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Arthur? And he said, hard worker. Arthur came back to Glendale, Arizona this past summer to work out with Coach Weaver, and they focused on shooting form and ball handling. That shooting is lights out today, 5 of 7 from the floor.